All right, so now that we have built this, we need to handle this implementation here in real time, right? So we can do things like they don't end up overlapping. There's a couple of ways we can actually do that, but what I'm going to end up doing is that I'm going to try to handle this using the connections rather than using the visibility here. So the way we can actually create a socket, it's very simple, right? We just need to basically right click. We're going to create a new folder called sockets because this is going to be a new actor. I'm going to add here a new folder, actually a new folder now, a new actor called socket. And actor, we're going to call this BP base socket, right? And the socket, what is gonna actually be here is that it's gonna be a sphere, right? And let's just go back here to our base connection. So I'm just gonna add a couple of objects here. So as you can see, this is way too big, but we don't need to worry about that right now. We can go back to our base socket here. There's two ways you can actually do this. You can do that when you hit the mesh or when you hit the trigger. On our case, I think the best approach here will be when we hit our, I think the trigger, because then we can overlap with the actor itself. So I'm just going to delete the sphere. I'm going to add another sphere, but this time it's a collision. And what I'm going to do here is that I'm just going to make sure the sphere radius is like 20, so it's small. And the hidden in game, it's going to be false. So I can actually do some things. If I press play, I will be able to see where's the sphere. So the idea is that when I press number 2, right, or 1, sorry, I can actually hit that. Now the problem is that the sphere doesn't have anything to hit off, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a trick here as well, which is let's put this back to, let's say 32, and let's add now a new sphere, and this time it's gonna be a small one inside the sphere mesh. And we are just gonna change the scale a little bit to be a little bit small. Let's go back here to the collision, and it's all blocked, which is all we want. Now if I press number 1, I can actually see what's going on, right? So I can actually move it, but I can hit that, right? Now the next thing we have to do here is that we just need to do something like when we overlap with a pawn here, right? So we're gonna do a begin overlap, and we are just gonna do a print, and we're gonna check what is going on. So I think we may have to change one small thing here, but let's see. You see, I got the base building part and is overlapping. So what I would like to do is that once it's overlapping, I set that cube into the right position, and then we can use later on offsets to do that, okay? Now, what we gonna have to do here, right, is that we need now to do this logic to prepare our cube to do that, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back here to my base connection part, and I'm gonna edit this more or less here. And now we're gonna go back to our base socket, and we need to figure out where we're gonna actually add our object, right? So what we can do is that we can get the other actor, and we can basically set actor location. On this case, let's do actor location and rotation. And we can try to maybe use the sphere, right? And we can get location, get actor location, sorry, get world rotation and get world location. Perfect. And I'm gonna add this here, and let's see what's gonna happen if I do it. So it kind of worked, but there is a problem that we need to disable this the ability to set things, right? So now what we have to do is that I think this is kind of working fine, so we can just do a print here, right? So it does work. So it sets the location. But there is a thing that on the character here, right, on the building mode, we need to double check that whatever the actor we hit off is that a socket, right? So we're just gonna go print, go back to the hit actor here, and let's just double check what's going on. So if I do that, cylinder and base socket, all right? So now we know that this is actually happening. So we're gonna go back here to the base socket, and instead of doing like that, let's just create here a custom event called API set actor location on socket. Now we know more or less what we have to do, right? So what we have to set is the actor that will be incoming. Go back to our building mode here, right? And what we actually need to do is that we're gonna basically get the heated actor, and we're gonna cast to base socket. Later on we can use interface to avoid casting. And if it's false, then we just set the actor location, we don't care. But if it's true, then we're just gonna call the API set actor location. And what we want to set is this location right here, okay? Let's just have a look. So if I press number 1, you see, it's setting up on the right place. Now we do need to add the offsets, but that's something we're gonna be doing on the next lesson. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one.